Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Welcome to Facts and Two Cents. This is Petal. Merry Christmas from our faves. This is their Christmas tree, or their Christmas card, I should say, Christmas tree. Well, I added some Christmas ornaments and a Christmas tree to it. So, to one, fill up the page, and two, to make it even more festive than it already is. But yes, this is our faves Christmas card. I am very happy that they did not put their babies on there for people to pull apart and criticize and in every which way. So they use obviously this photo. Actually, it's on their Archwell website. That's their front page of their Archwell website. So they just used it for their card. And it obviously, I love this picture. It's so beautiful, as we know that it's from the final or the closing ceremony at Invictus Games. It just says Prince Harry and Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, and, well, on behalf of the office of Prince Harry and Meghan, Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Archwell Production, and Archwell Foundation, we wish you a very happy holiday season. Thanks for all the support in 2023. And that's it. That's there. And I'm glad they made it simple, there's nothing controversial about it. There's nothing for people to pull apart. I already see some this post on Twitter or X that says, aren't people supposed to put their kids on their cars, especially when they're young? And it's like, they've been jonesing for Harry and Meghan's kids. They need something. And I'm so happy that Harry and Meghan are under no obligation to put their kids out there. So yes. But it's beautiful. I love, hey, the green is very festive. And of course, looks like Meghan's calligraphy there. And yeah, so that's their Christmas card. And that's it for, I guess that's it for you. Don't, other than if, people spot them out or they go to some event or something, this is probably it for them for the year. It's like, we out, we are now private for the year. Or at least we go back to being private for the year, doing whatever we do under a tree. So yeah. But very, very nice. And again, I'm really happy that they chose this direction and not putting their babies out there. There is no need to give anyone any reason to be like pulling their babies apart. Nobody needs that. So, but hello to all of our friends in the chat before we even get any further. Nola Thandu's here from South Africa. Hello, Nola Thandu. And Thula, hello. And Gwendolyn, hello. How are you? And Rafaela is here. Hello, Rafaela. Let's see who is here. Oh, Anita is here, and Sherry is here, and Connie hanging out with us from Switzerland. Hello, Connie Mama. How are you? Who else is here? Oh, our awesome moderator, Karen M is here. And Ami Girl. Hello, Ami Girl. Have I seen you before? I could have, but I just forgot. I'm telling you, the brain is not what it used to be. So forgive me if I just missed it, but I'm happy you're here. Madwell is here and Louise is here. Hello, guys. Who else is here? Let's see. Lakiva 1000. Hello, Lakiva 1000. I think I missed you as well. I am happy you're here. And the Swirl Experience. Hello. She's like, hi there. Happy day for good King Harry. Yes, we're going to get to that in a second. So I'm happy you're here and we're all going to celebrate Prince Harry's big victory today. Yes, very, very excited. And we'll say hello to all of our friends as we go along. Yes, I see Andrea and Gerda here as well. So welcome, guys. And hopefully all of our other friends will join us at some point. Mia, and I see Mia, and also I see Andrea. Yes. See you guys. And we'll say hello to everyone else as they come in. But yes, our faves, I'm telling you, Prince Harry is king. He is king. And he is out there slaying dragons and everything. Oh my goodness. And oh my goodness, talk about oh my goodness. Wait a minute, I forgot to bring. Oh, how did I just do that? I forgot something. I wanted to share a video of Prince Harry's, not video, but the audio And I'm going to figure out how to bring that in later because it's a statement and it's so cool, his statement. And I just realized I forgot it. How could I do that? So, anyways, you know what? Actually, why don't I do this? I'm just going to put some music on and I'm going to just jump over. Let me see, find out how to do some music. And I'm going to go over and try to figure out how to bring it in quickly and so that we can hear it. So I'm just going to put some night driving on. I think it's kind of cool music for a second. Just hang out here for a second and I shall be right back. No, it seems I cannot do it. I'm not sure why I'm not able to do it. This is really, really weird. But, anyways, it is what it is. I thought I'd be able to bring it in and I cannot get it. And I am very upset about that, which is Prince Harry's, that is so unfortunate. Maybe I could try to do it from my phone and hopefully you can hear it, but I don't know. Like very unfortunate I can't. But anyways, what is going on? Actually, I'm hoping you guys are hearing me. So you could give me a bit of a thumbs up and let me know if I just messed up my recording here. So if you could give me a thumbs up, let me know you're hearing me. That'd be awesome. But I can't believe I didn't get that. Oh, that is just unfortunate. But but it is what it is. It's fine. Okay, so okay, Alma says she can hear me. Okay, great. Thank you guys. I didn't mess up my own sound trying to do that. But oh my goodness. I hope you guys are all excited. I mean, of course, if you're a squatty and not excited about this, hello. Prince Harry hails phone hacking case win as a great day for truth. The Duke awarded 140,600 pounds in damages after judge rules articles were a product of hacking or unlawful information gathering, a warning to all media organizations, Prince Harry's statement. And a little bit about it just in case you had not had a chance to really keep up with it. A little bit from The Guardian. I'm just going to move my little brand thing up there. There we go. Says Prince Harry has hailed a great day for truth as well as accountability after winning a significant part of his phone hacking case and substantial damages against the Mirror. In a judgment that will have profound implications for the British media, a High Court judge has ruled that there was extensive phone hacking by the Mirror Group newspaper MGN from 2006 to 2011, even to the extent during the Leveson inquiry into media standards. So while Leveson was going on, into media standards, and people were, that was when News of the World and everything went out of business because of their phone hacking. the Mirror was still hacking. It's just like, you people are crazy. The Mirror was still hacking phones, and that was when Piers Morgan was editor of the Mirror. They were still hacking phones during the during the Leveson inquiry. I'm telling you. Says the use of private investigators to obtain information unlawfully was an integral part of the system at the time. After the ruling, the Duke of Sussex called for the UK authorities, including the Metropolitan Police, the Crown Prosecution Service, to do their duty for the British public and investigate bringing charges against the company and those who have broken the law. His request came after Justice Fancourt, or Mr. Justice Fancourt, ruled there can be no doubt that the former Daily Mail editor, Piers Morgan, and other senior editors and lawyers at the newspaper group knew about the phone hacking and other illegal information gathering. The judge found that 15 out of 33 related to 15 of the 33 articles related to the Duke of Sussex, which were focused on during the trial, were the product of hacking from his mobile phone or unlawful information gathering. He concluded that Harry's phone was hacked to a modest extent from the end of 2003 to April 2009, which was carefully controlled by a senior individual at the Daily Mirror, Sunday Mirror, and People newspaper. And this is, and one of the things to realize with this, they're talking about that the judge found 15 articles that from Harry's 33 articles that definitely said, yes, there was hacking or unlawful gathering for those. The other 33, they just didn't have enough evidence. But that, as Harry's statement, which I can't bring in for some reason, he said this was only the 33 articles was only a small portion of I think it was almost 100 and something articles that he had to present. And they picked what they felt was, I guess, the 33 strongest cases to present, but he had a lot more. And so he's like, this is only barely a quarter of the number of articles that they had to present if they were given. But again, this win is going to go a long way for the others who are coming after Harry and they're going to be suing the Mirror. So it is, hello. I did put out an article. I don't know, it was like 2:00 this morning or something like that. I don't even know what time it was. I was just so out of it. I'm like, just post it. Not article, but a video about King Charles going to court yesterday, and of all things, to go to the same courthouse that one Harry went and testified, and the one that's going to be putting out this judgment. And for him to go, it was such a bad taste yesterday that it was just like, dude, really? You're gonna go there now to do this and go there to meet judges and barristers and whoever else is in there. And it was just like so in bad taste for him to do something like that. And I just was like, this is very, very suspicious. And so, kudos to the judges there that are not, allowing whether the press, even though the press has a lot of leeway in, that's why a lot of people can't bring court cases against the press, because it's so expensive and it's just all this rigmarole you go through. And if you don't have deep pockets like Harry, you're going to get wiped out. And so, but even with that, they are doing their job. They're doing their jobs and not allowing the nonsense of the monarchy to, get in their way or to influence them in any big way, I guess. So, but it was, for me, just really just suspicious and bad taste of Prince Charles or King Charles to that. That was just like, dude, and again, it was after we got that ridiculously crazy I don't know, plea or a letter or whatever it is that Paul Dacker thought he was doing yesterday to King Charles. And, maybe they had nothing to do with the other, but it was just the fact that came in there, and all of a sudden Charles is off to the, to go visit justices. And it's just like, even the sycophantic media were like, wait a minute, what? Even they were there. So it was just like, that was just really, no, you don't do that. And so it was very, very, yeah, it, I'm like, common sense would have said that's, even if it was an engagement that was in the books a long time and it just happened to fall on the day before Harry was going, common sense would say that's not the right time. Cancel that. That is not the right time to be going there the day before. And it just, but again, this is the royal family, and common sense is not exactly, I don't know, it's for some reason it's just not common there, and it's crazy. So I'm gonna play this from my phone, and I don't know if you guys are gonna hear it, and so you could give me a thumbs up and let me know if you can hear this. And if not, I'll just have to link it and put it in our community page. But this is Harry's response to
Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, is unable to be present today due to the short notice which was given of the hearing. However, he's prepared a statement on this momentous win, which I will now share on his behalf.
So give me a thumbs up if you can hear this.
Today is a great day for truth, as well as accountability. The court has ruled that unlawful and criminal activities were carried out at all three Mirror Group newspaper titles, the Mirror, the Sunday Mirror, and the People, on a habitual and widespread basis for over more than a decade. I'd like to thank my legal team for so successfully dismantling the sworn testimony of Mirror Group's senior executives, legal department, and journalists who at least turned up to court, unlike their colleagues who were perhaps too afraid to do so. This case is not just about hacking. It is about a systemic practice of unlawful and appalling behaviour, followed by cover-ups and destruction of evidence, the shocking scale of which can only be revealed through these proceedings. Mirror Group's actions were so calculated and misleading that their pattern of destroying evidence and concealing their unlawful behaviour continued into the litigation itself, and as the judge has ruled, even to this day. I am happy to have won the case, especially given that this trial only looked at a quarter of my entire claim. Even on just that, it is clear Mirror Group's persistent attempts to suggest that my claim was, to quote their counsel, fantastical, in the realms of total speculation, and there was simply no evidence at all to suggest I was hacked. Zilch, zero, nil, nada, niente, absolutely nothing. All of that was total nonsense and was used maliciously to attack my character and credibility. However, as Mirror Group intended, those hollow sound bites were blasted across front pages and across online platforms and into the next day's morning television shows. The court has in fact confirmed that all four claimants were subjected to voicemail interception and unlawful information gathering, but no one would have believed that was the case given how this trial was covered in the UK. My commitment to seeing this case through is based on my belief in our need and collective right to a free and honest press, and one which is properly accountable when necessary. That is what we need in Britain and across the globe. Anything else is poisoning the well for a profession we all depend on. The acts listed in this judgment are prime examples of what happens when the power of the press is abused. I respectfully call upon the authorities, the financial regulator, the stock market, who were deliberately deceived by Mirror Group, and indeed the Metropolitan Police and prosecuting authorities to do their duty for the British public and to investigate bringing charges against the company and those who have broken the law. Today's ruling is vindicating and affirming. I've been told that slaying dragons will get you burned, but in light of today's victory and the importance of what is needed for a free and honest press, it is a worthwhile price to pay. The mission continues.
And that is Prince Harry's statement. The mission continues. And I love I love this part where he talks about, I've been told slaying dragons will get you burned, but in light of today's victory and the importance of doing what is needed for a free and honest press, it is worthwhile price to pay. The mission continues. And it's so funny. I just saw a video of Chris Ship repeating this, and so his thing was like, "Yep, that signals that Harry is continuing. This is his mission." And it's not over. He's continuing. He is vindicated in this area. And again, we remember how the press was reporting this when this trial was going on. So many people were mocking Harry, laughing at him, saying that he had no evidence in court. Nothing. I mean, it was just like, wait a minute, what I'm reading and what you're saying is two completely different things. Harry said the same thing. And also one of the reporters who was testifying on behalf of Harry and against, because he was a former Mirror reporter, he was saying the same things, that what was happening in court was not what was being reported, and how the how the British press and especially the tabloid slant things. And so I am just and that's what Harry is talking about, the way how they were reporting it, and now he's vindicated, and now he's like, you know what, the mission continues. Now on to the Daily Mail and the Sun, now that we've done the Mirror and the Mirror News Group. And so it is really, I mean, I'm so proud of this man. I know all of the squad and so many others outside of the squad. I'm so incredibly proud of Prince Harry. I mean, what's his name? I think James O'Brien was talking about how he has never, even with criminals, murderers in the UK have not gotten the brutal treatment from the press that Harry has gotten. And he has been floored. And so he has been very much like, this is vindication is so good because of what they have done and tried to do. They literally tried to destroy this man. And not just him, obviously, Meghan, because their thing is, if we can't control you, we'll take you out. And so, yeah. Let's see. And I just love this. I mean, these Harry and his team, man. I love the picture on the right is so amazing. And we just did a little bit of David Sherborne did an interview a few days ago, and we talked about this in an episode, I think about 3 or 4 episodes ago, about him and his view as a barrister and what his clients mean to him, and how people are just jealous of him because of how much he loves and takes care of his clients, and they're his first priority, and it just, I love it. And apparently all the other barristers are jealous of his hair and his suits and his tan and everything else. And I'm like, dude, I mean, this man just wins. He is there. He knows his stuff. He goes after the press and he wins. And so I love this team. I love this team. And I just love the strutting down the street like, we are here to slay some dragons. And I love it. I absolutely love it. And also, I was reminded today again that David Sherborne represented Princess Diana. And so I am just like, dude, He knows the right side to be on. And so, oh, Lydia, thank you so much. Oh, awesome moderator Lydia is here. Pedal, congratulations on 8,000. Oh, that's right, 8,000 subscribers. Thank you, Lydia. Thank you for your donation. Lydia always supporting. Thank you. And yes, we're at 8,000. Well, actually, we're just over. I think it was like 8,008 the last time I checked yesterday. So we are 8,008. We are over 8,000. Thank you guys so much for subscribing and building our community. It's slowly growing. And so I am excited. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you, Rafaela. I appreciate guys. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, just for being here and hanging. But yeah, so back to our faves. I'm telling you. So Prince Harry, when you saw that crazy letter from Paul Dacker yesterday, we knew they were shaking. I mean, you have to be literally going over the cliff to be writing to someone, and even though Charles is a horrendous father, to feel that it's okay to tell him to basically, cancel out his kid. It's like, you have got to be, I mean, the kind of audacity that you have to feel like you have, and not only do it publicly in a newspaper for the world to see, that you're telling a father to eliminate his own child to benefit you. And it's just, even though he's like, oh no, we're the ones going to suffer and all of that stuff. I'm like, dude. But again, Charles is a weak-willed person, so he feels perfectly fine, and that's the state of where the monarchy is. That you could say that to a king, go eliminate your kid, and just like, wow, that is. So, but I love some of the responses to today. Adil Ray is one of, he is a presenter on GMB, but he's always supportive of Harry and Meghan, always. Speaking up for them, especially when the press attack them. So this is his response today. He says, Prince Harry has done more for this country than most royals. Incredible public duty to take on the press and those individuals who act unlawfully and immorally. We are nothing without fair, free, and open press. Prince Harry, thank you. He also went on to say, for those of us that have lost our mothers far too soon, will know we keep them alive by honoring them in our actions, behavior, and character. Diana will be proud of Harry today. And I say, hear, hear. I think she's proud of him all the time. But I can imagine she is super proud today. I had never seen this person before. I have no idea who he is, but I just love this comment. He says, if we must have princes, and it seems for now we must, can we have more like Prince Harry? And I was like, I just love that. I was like, yeah, that's the spirit. I absolutely love that. And I don't know who this person is, but I just love this comment. And Dr. Shola chimed in. She says, we know who Dr. Shola. Dr. Shola says, just like Prince Harry is the husband to Meghan, that just like Prince Harry is the husband to Meghan, that Prince Charles never was to Princess Diana. With this historic win, Harry proves he is a prince to the British people, that his father Charles never was to prince, and never was as a prince and never will be as king. Ooh. Putting truth and accountability first, like 7-Up. The difference is clear. Oh, shucks, Shola, I like that. She goes on to say, this win is a landmark case for the United Kingdom. It also exposes the invisible power construct of the British media and its collusion with the royal family. Bravo, Harry. You have done well. She goes on to say in another post, she says, Harry, the Duke of Sussex, and more importantly, Princess Diana's son, wins against the bastards that try to make his life and those of his wife and mother a living hell. We love to see it. I love Dr. Shola. She just puts it right out there. I absolutely love it. And Miss San has been all up in this all day. He has just been It's just been like, oh my goodness. And so he posted a few, these are, I think, 3 of the tweets. He posted other stuff as well. It says, earlier today, he says, big day. Today is a big day for you, mate. Whatever happens, many are proud of you, H. And then he, when we learned the results, he says, "My gosh, Prince Harry has won 15 claims in his case accusing the Mirror Group newspaper of unlawful gathering information for stories published about him." And then after that, he put fortitude with Harry and Meghan. Of course, those are photos he took of Harry and Meghan at the One Young World right before Queen Betty passed away. And so Misan has been celebrating. Misan is actually, he was again in California a month ago and met up with Meghan. They did a screening and she hosted a talkback after the screening for him. And he did an interview, I think it was Sky News a couple of days ago. I'll post the link in our community page. But they started off talking about his film, The After. And then, of course, with anybody that knows Harry and Meghan, they made the rest of it all about his relationship with them. And so it was just like, I didn't post it because I felt weird about that. I'm like, and so he, answered it as a friend would, not giving away anything. But someone basically spoke out about it today, like why does the press do that? Anybody who knows the Sussexes, they basically try to make them prisoner of conversations about Harry and Meghan. And so Misan's thing was like, yeah, thank you. And he was like, yeah, do better, Sky, because it wasn't fair. The guy was there to talk about his film, not about his relationship with the Sussexes. But as you know, a lot of these people only want to talk about, something. They will only talk to you if they can, at the end, try to get answers or get something about the Sussexes there. And so, which is unfortunate because, again, Misan's film is, shortlisted for an Oscar and not, hopefully it gets nominated, but it's just unfortunate that happened. But but he is also celebrating with everyone else. And I'm going to get into the chat in a bit. I just want to get through a lot of this before, and this made me so happy because one of the things we know that Omid also testified at this trial, and he was an intern when he was in school, I think he was an intern at the Mirror. And one of the things in his testimony, he talked about being an intern there and hearing conversations with Piers Morgan talking about, Kylie Minogue's, whoever hacked her phone. Piers Morgan was asking basically, if the information is correct or whatever. And the person said they got it from the voicemail. And of course, Piers Morgan has always said like, oh, excuse me, I'm drinking some water. My throat is a bit dry. But he's never hacked any phone and all of that stuff. And so Omid was like, he overheard that they're talking, that he was there when Piers Morgan was saying, when he understood that the information that they got about Kylie Minogue and I guess her boyfriend or something at the time came from a voicemail, and Piers Morgan was part of that conversation. And so Scobie testified on behalf of Harry's team that this is the case. And I, and this makes me even more happy because along with Dan Wooten and Richard Eden, they have been most prominent for attacking Omid. I mean, they have been the loudest, most disgusting, abusive people towards Omid. And so to see Omid's testimony highlighted by the judge and part of taking down Piers Morgan, I was just like, yes. So Dominic Casciani sort of given like an overview of the Piers Morgan part of the case. It says Piers Morgan knew about phone hacking and was involved when he was the editor of the Daily Mirror, the High Court has ruled. In a highly significant part of the judgment, Mr. Justice, I love that name, Mr. Justice. Mr. Justice Fancourt listed times when Morgan was said to have been aware of phone hacking, and evidence has not been contested. He also said that he found evidence about Morgan's involvement to be credible, and it has not been countered by the Mirror Group. During a key part of the case, the now royal author Omid Scobie recalled an incident he had witnessed when he was a student intern at the newspaper group, working on its 3 a.m. girls' entertainment desk. He told the court that in 2002, he had witnessed Morgan discuss an article about Kylie Minogue and Morgan, the then editor, had asked the journalist how confident they were about the story. Morgan was told, Scobie recalled, that the source had been a voicemail. Mr. Justice Fancourt said the recollection was supported by evidence of an invoice from a private investigator related to obtaining Minogue's mobile phone number and that of her then partner, James Gooding. Scobie said the incident has stuck in his mind because it had influenced the decision he made about the kind of journalist he wanted to be. Today, the judge said, I found Mr. Scobie to be straightforward and reliable witness, and I accept what he said about Mr. Morgan's involvement in Minogue's Gooding story. No evidence was called by MGM to contradict it. And it is just, I was just like, you go, Obed. And it doesn't matter how much Piers Morgan screams about it, because I know he gave a very an interview after coming out of his house, reading a statement, as he would normally do, trying to distract from the fact that he is a hacker. I mean, I've said this from day one. This guy is an obsessed, bully, stalker, hacker. And I've always talked about those people who are on his show. And you have to give a lot of your privates on that show. I'm like, are you all sure that your private information is secure in that show? This guy is a hacker. And so I am like, I've always said that. And so here we are, the judge from from the court on a legal document. The judge is like, nah, he knew, about phone hacking when he was an editor. And so I'm just really happy to see Scobie to be a part of taking him down, because Scobie has borne a lot of the brunt of Piers Morgan's nastiness. Looking forward to see the day Scobie is part of taking down Dan Wooten. Well, we haven't heard from Dan Wooten in a while, and Richard Eden, the other one. And so, but it's very interesting. And of course, again, Piers Morgan comes out and trying to distract from the fact that he's a hacker, and like, oh, Harry's trying to destroy the royal family and all. It's nothing to do with the royal family. It's you, Piers Morgan. And so it's so funny. Someone posted something where I think his show had posted his remarks after when he came out of his house, and then they promptly took it down. So who knows what's up with that. But yeah, it just, I love it. I absolutely love it. And he's still saying, oh yeah, I've never hacked anyone and whatever. But I was like, well, not what the judge says. So there you go. But I'm just happy. I'm like, thank you, Omid. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So there you go. What else? So Mirror, and I'm not even sure these are the I actually got the logos correctly, because looking for the correct logos, I realized there are a lot of different Mirror, Sunday Mirror, and the People newspapers around the world. And I was like, well, I hope these are the correct ones. So I was in a rush. So if these aren't the correct ones, the correct names are there, but not sure these are. I know the Mirror is probably the Sunday Mirror, and the People are the ones I'm not too sure about. So if those are the incorrect logos, I'm sorry, but it's the correct name that I have there. So anyway, so MGN, which these are the outlets that Harry is basically suing. And so their parent company, MGN, this is their response to what happened today. They said, an MGM spokesman says, we welcome today's judgment that gives the business the necessary clarity to move forward from events that took place many years ago. Where historical wrongdoings took place, we apologize unreservedly, have taken full responsibility, and paid appropriate compensations. And it's very clear, because they had apologized when when the case started. They owned up to one, unlawful information gathering when the case started, right when Harry got on the stand and whatever. They had owned up to one and basically claimed that Harry was only entitled to 500 pounds for that one instance. And so I'm glad Harry didn't, it's like, okay, they had owned up to one. And again, for this court case, I think Harry just had to prove one instance to win this case. And now we see that the judge is like, no, there are 15 instances of hacking and illegal news gathering in this. And so obviously, and again, some quarters are like, well, he only got 100 and something, 140,000 pounds. This has never been about money for Harry. It has never been. If it was about money, he would have done what Prince William did and settled out of court and quietly go away and not deal with any of this. This is not about money. Harry doesn't, yeah, I'm sure he appreciates the 140,000 pounds, whatever, might just cover court fees, whatever. But it's never been about that for him. It's been about getting the truth out there and getting vindication, and also forcing whether it's the police or whomever to take action against these people who are literally breaking the law. And so that is mostly what it is for Harry. So again, MGM, they said they're taking responsibility for what happened. They have, again, paid out a ton of money, millions and millions of dollars, and there are hundreds of court cases coming against them. So they are in, up the creek without a paddle, shall we say? They and the Sun and the Daily Mail, they are just a lot. And again, people are going to use Harry's, and barristers are going to be using what happened with Harry as an example of what their clients can get. So kudos to Prince Harry again. This is not just again for Harry. It's basically to give other people a pathway so that they can hold these news outlets accountable for destroying their lives. And thank you so much, Alma, for your super sticker. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, and now I said that and I forgot what I was saying. But anyways, we're just happy about that. Just happy about that. And again, it gives people who normally probably, I think feeling like, oh, I can't do this. I can. It gives them a way to feel like, okay, maybe I can. Instead of allowing the press to destroy. And what I was gonna say is a lot of times with these things is the press, the people who sometimes are most affected by this are people who've gone through tragedy. They will go in, for example, the Millie Dowler family and all of these people who have experienced tragedy. The press will go, and whether it's hacking people's phones, going through their trash, all of that stuff to get, and then magnify this thing. And the poor family is grieving over whatever it is they're grieving. And then the press is going in there and making everything worse and just multiplying their grief. And then you're dealing with grief, and then you're dealing with the press doing all of this stuff. And so hopefully this give them, at least help them to feel like, okay, maybe I can do this. Maybe I can hold these news outlets accountable for what they're doing. So I am so happy for this. And Impress, it basically gives you a little bit of an idea of the difficulty it is suing and getting any kind of vindication for when people's, when they're going through stuff like Harry, when their privacy and stuff are being invaded. It says the statement from Impress as Prince Harry achieved partial victory in phone hacking case against the Daily Mirror. For every famous story of success, there are many more members of the public unable to risk the cost of going to court. Impress welcomes the news that Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, has been able to successfully hold the Daily Mirror accountable through a partial victory in court over phone hacking and other unlawful information gathering. However, there remains a deep-rooted societal issue at play. The cost of litigation is so high that only the very rich can hold to account the press bodies who are outside the independent press regulation that have wronged them. For every story of success from a high profile figure like Prince Harry, there are many, many members of the public unable to risk the cost of taking a large media body to court. It can take more than a year for your claim to reach the courts, and it will cost you hundreds of thousands of pounds. For the vast majority of people, it is simply not a viable option. Change is needed. Everyone must be able to access justice, not just those who are able to afford their day in court. Impress offers low cost dispute resolution for this very reason, so that everyone has a chance for their claim to be heard, receive a swift decision, and have justice served. So I think they are kind of like a press regulator. That some, I think, Byline Times is with them. And there is like the IPSO and stuff that are just completely useless. But yeah, but what they have to say is so true, which again is why a lot of people they can't afford to take these news outlets to court, because who can afford it, hundreds of thousands, especially when you're in a cost of living crisis. You can't afford it. And so Harry is sitting there speaking up and standing up for the people. So kudos. And Harry said this during when he was in the UK to testify. This is one of the quotes. It says, "Our country is judged globally by the state of our press and our government, both of which I believe are at the bottom." And he is so correct. He is so correct. And so, again, I mean, I am just so proud of this man. I am just so proud of what he has accomplished and what he has done. I'm just going to jump in the chat for a bit before we get back to some more stuff about Prince Harry. Cookies and Cream says the Unroyal should be ashamed for siding with the dishonest, racist British press. What they have done to Harry and his family is so despicable and inexcusable. Here, perfectly said. Perfectly said. Let's see. Mia says, "Let the church say amen." Karen, lovely. Well, yes, amen to whatever you're saying, but also amen to Cookies and Cream as well. Diane says Harry doesn't need the money and could well afford to 2Ks they to the end. Billy could have two, but Billy could have two, but he is a lost. He is of lost morals. Harry is a real man and soldier. I think I understand what you're saying. Yes. Yeah, William could have he could have gone through it. But again, William and Charles are more about getting positive press. They need the press on side. They need the press to be saying nice things about them and puff them up, because they're not doing, especially William, they're not doing anything on their own to garner honest praise. They need the press to basically lie to people and puff them up. And so when you come to this, they will never stand up and hold the press account, because they need the press. And Harry's like, I don't need you. I don't need you. And so, yeah, one that says Harry's so courageous to take on these corrupt tabloids. He is his mother's son. And, it's funny watching Paul Dacker admit that, yes, writing that in that ridiculous letter. Like, yeah, he is his mother's son, although he uses it in a negative. But yes, Harry is every way his mother's son. And I love Dr. Shola is like, yeah, he is his mother's son, not Charles's. So, yeah. Let's see what else. Gwendolyn, hi Gwendolyn, Lindsay. Gwendolyn says, "I wonder how today's court ruling will affect the other claimants. They're going to have separate cases, or will Harry's win cover them all? Confused." I have to go back and see. I know some of the others who were in that part of that group. I think I saw a couple of them. It says their portion of it was dismissed because they brought it too late. So I don't know if that was all of them. So I was only focused on Harry because I was kind of in a rush. And so I only focused on Harry's spot. But I did see where I think I saw a couple of them, their cases was dismissed because apparently the judge said it was brought too late. So I don't know if that means meant for the rest of them. So and I think the judge looked at each of it individually. So each person have their, whatever came down to them, whatever evidence they had, the judge ruled on it individually. So yeah. Let's see. Joyce says that's why that man Paul Daka, the former editor of the Daily Mail, came with that article to Charles in the Spectator. This decision will be used when the Daily Mail case goes on trial. Oh yes. They are definitely panicking. They are definitely panicking. And that's why they've been going at Harry so hard. And I mean, that's why James O'Brien was saying, like, even with hardened criminals and murderers, he has never seen that kind of sustained attack, even on criminals, that the press have done to Harry. And that's why, people who have morals are celebrating this, because look at what you've been trying to do to this man, and he is not running away, he's not going away, and he's gonna stand and fight. So let's see. Thank you. Thank you for your super sticker. Thank you. Appreciate you guys' support so much. Okay, so I am gonna go forward and see what else we have before we jump back into chat. Okay, so just moving back to Palestine for a little bit. I know a couple of days ago I was sharing these at least the people who have been really on X supporting the people of Palestine and just sharing about them and about their life and advocating for a ceasefire. Time had done the People of the Year and or Person of the Year, and it was Taylor Swift. And so I had shared a couple of these Time article where different people on social media mocked up these what I look at as our Time People of the Year, and it was with the journalists in Palestine who have been on the ground reporting just about the horror of what's going on there. And one of the people, the one in green, he's an Al Jazeera journalist, Wael Dado. In October, Israel targeted his family and killed every single member, his wife and kids and everybody. They killed them. And he, instead of running away, he stayed. And has been reporting there nonstop. He had not taken a day. He stayed there in spite of all of it, in spite of grieving for his family. He stayed and has been a reporter. Well, today, Israel targeted him and shot him. And so he is, as of when I came online, he was still alive. He's in critical condition. So please pray for him. They were targeting and surrounded a school. And he was shot, and another journalist, I think it was the videographer there, was shot, and they were able to get him out. They were able to get Weil out, but the other journalist, because of the Israeli troops surrounding it, they had not been able to go in and get it, because if you know what's going on in a lot of places, Israel's troops have been stopping and barring ambulances from going to pick up injured and dead people. And so people because the troops are blocking the ambulances from, complete war crime here, but this is what they've been doing. And people have been literally running on foot with their injured family members to try to get them to the hospital. Some of them obviously have died on the way. So they have not been able to go in to get the videographer because Israel troops won't allow them in. And so they were able to get him, and he is in critical condition, and that's the one in the green. So please pray for him. He is with Al Jazeera. It is, as of now, they have killed 88. They killed two more journalists yesterday, and they have targeted these two today. And so as far as I know, they're both still alive, but who knows by the end of the day. So please pray for them that he is able to pull through. It is a very, very, very sick situation that's going on. And one of the things that I've been really upset about is that the silence of Western journalists. that their colleagues over there are underground in a war zone being murdered. And for the most part, journalists, whether it's CNN, NBC, CBS, whatever the outlets are, especially in my focus is in the US, they have been almost silent about all of this. It is disgusting that these men are out there putting their lives on the line, and they are literally targeting them. And not only just targeting them, they're targeting and wiping out their entire family. Yesterday was the same. Entire family gone. And so the silence has been really sickening. And so please pray for him that he pulls through. Anyways, moving on from that, more Prince Harry news. The New Yorker had their 25, I guess, top stories, and number 7 was notes from Prince Harry's ghostwriter. And we remember the story of J.R. Moringer writing this story about what it was like doing the book and collaborating with Harry with the book. He's obviously the ghostwriter for Spare, and so that is their number 7 top on their top 25 of their top 25 stories. That is, if you haven't read it, I mean, it's online, so just go ahead and read it. It's really awesome, the process of him and Harry butting heads and fighting and coming together, and all the drama that it's just really amazing. And just all the drama that happened to him when the tabloids, the British tabloids, especially the Daily Mail, found out he is a ghostwriter, and they showed up at his house. And it was just, I mean, the drama that went on with this man writing this book is just, and then calling out the press and calling out these businesses that were attacking Harry. I mean, it's really awesome. So I'm not surprised that it is on their list, their top 25 stories for the New Yorker. And people, and I realize this is a little bit not be able to see it very well, but Random House posted, "We are thrilled to see Angie Kim Ryder, Happiness Falls, and Prince Harry Spare on People's top 10 best books of the year list." And so Spare is number 10, and I'm sorry, that's the last one at the bottom there. And if you look at the books, it's the last one on the right. And so the other person I never heard of before, and I'm incredibly biased, so I'm only just focused on Prince Harry's book. So there you go. But okay, Angie Kim's book is the 5th one, number 5, and Harry's is number 10. So it's again on people's top 10 books of the year. So of course, if it was up to me, and I'm obviously incredibly biased, so Harry's would be number 1, but that's just me. And so there. And I mentioned this in I think it was either yesterday or the day before, where Tom Bradby won the interview of the year, and this is him with his award at the bottom there. And of course, we know the interview he did, and that was also with Spare. So many people are getting these awards because of Spare. And it's just like, kudos. And we saw the same thing, like whether it's photographer of the year and all of that stuff, pictures of with Harry and Meghan. So many people are benefiting from just their relationship with Harry and Meghan. It's amazing. So, and of course, Tom Bradby is a great friend of Harry. And one of the things that the blurb about it was that even though he is a great friend of Harry's, he was very fair. And if you've watched the interview, it's very, very fair, very much to the point. There was no, okay, you're my friend, let me go easy on you. There was none of that in the interview. He actually did a really good job in the interview. So Press Gazette says ITV at Tom Bradby named Interviewer of the Year for his interview with Prince Harry that made headlines around the world. So, yep, that's them there. So congratulations, Tom Bradby. And and I think Gabriel Pagron, he also won, I think, Journalist of the Year, which even though he writes for Rupert Murdoch tabloid, he's actually really a good journalist. He's the one, his team at the Times, the one that broke all of those cash for access, cash for honors, cash for all of that King Charles mess that was happening. He and the ones at the Times were the one that broke it. So great choice. I couldn't say, I couldn't say it's not worth it. He's not worthy of it. So yeah. So yeah, anyways, back to this man. I'm telling you, I look forward to see, the other cases. I mean, I don't have the exact dates. Think some of them are going to be early in 2024. But this man, I'm telling you, you know why King Charles don't want this man in the UK. And no matter how much the press are like, oh, Prince Charles, he is dying for his son. Like he really wants to, to be able to reconcile with his son and have it. King Charles don't want Harry, no matter what they say. King Charles does not want Harry in the UK because this man is he's amazing. He's everything that that King Charles is not. And he will always, just King Charles is like, I don't want him around because he'll show me up. Because it's so clear that he is everything that Charles is not and Charles should be. And so it's unbelievable. So anyway, I'm going to stay in the chat for a bit before we end. Says P. Morgan and others have not assessed the damage and the pain to Harry's grandmother on how they trashed their grandson and family. If this is not disrespect to the monarchy, not sure what is. And yeah, it's really wild with the monarchy because he is really, everything Piers Morgan is doing is really not helpful to the monarchy at all. But then the monarchy allows him to do it because for some reason they think that it's helping them. And it's just weird. Again, they're the ones that called him and thanked him for supposedly standing up for the monarchy. Yet he's the same one that outed them as the racist. And it's just like, I don't know. Let's see. Blackwee says Tom Bradby was a little suspect with some of the questions he had for Harry. Look, he is a reporter, and he is British, so I expect anything, even as a friend. But but I do give him credit in the sense of he did not go soft, and he could have been accused of, well, that's your friend, so you went soft on him. Nobody could accuse him of going soft on Harry. He asked the hard questions. Was it an absolute perfect interview? No. But he asked the hard questions, and Harry had to answer it. And so for me, I gave him a pass on that interview. There are other things that I knocked Tom Bradby for. I couldn't knock him for that interview. So yeah. Let's see. Lottie says, does anyone think that this would make the media think about they tell lies about Meghan and Harry again? No, they'll just do. Look, these people, they speak money, and 100 and something thousand is just a drop in the bucket. If that would, look at how many millions. Actually, I think the Sun has now paid out over £1 billion to settle cases. That hasn't stopped them. They're still doing the same exact thing. And I think is when you get them to a point of bankruptcy, then they'll start thinking. But right now, for example, even Harry's whatever he got paid or is getting paid is a drop in the bucket. They're not going to change. They're not going to change. And it just, and the thing about it too is, as long as we keep reading their stuff, as long as people keep clicking and liking and sharing, even hate clicking or hate sharing or whatever, they make money. So why would they stop? They're not going to. So yeah, they will continue, again, their thing. And even, when he talks about, you talk about they're going to rethink about telling lies about Harry and Meghan, it's just like, no. Because that's the thing that, you could put the truth out there and very few people will click on it, but you put a lie about Harry and Meghan and you will see the windfall that everybody will be clicking and sharing because people gravitate to the lies. They don't want the truth. Look at how they responded to Spence. But Harry's telling his story and they're all like, Oh, shut up. We don't want to hear from you. Yes, Spare's a bestseller, whatever, but people a lot of times they don't want the truth. If you put a lie out there about the Sussexes, that's what sells. So yeah, it's like, look at what they're doing with the Sussexes, their foundation and the funds. They know what they're saying is a lie. Archwell is not in any financial danger or anything like that. They know that. They looked at the sheets, but they know if they can spin it to where they can lie and claim, oh, the Sussexes, they lost a lot of money, then that is what people gravitate to. So then why would they change it? So yeah, we just have to stop clicking on the lies. That's, again, it's up to the people. So yes, Spares #1 in the UK. Yes, it is. Let's see. Lottie says Piers Morgan is, yeah, he's a little teed off there. He is still trying to say that Harry trashed his own family when they were dying. I hope they would sue him for that lie. Yeah, and again, Piers Morgan he will do and say anything to distract from what he is doing. This is all just, if you notice, all of this stuff, like whether it's this, that Harry trashed his family when the Queen was dying, or Harry and Meghan claim that, saying that Harry and Meghan said the royal family is racist, and all of that stuff, or that they're leaving for privacy, all of that stuff came from Piers Morgan. All of those lies came from Piers Morgan. Is all of that to distract from the fact that he is he's a bully, that he is a stalker, that he's a hacker. All of those things, he will make up those things and repeat that. It's kind of like Donald Trump. He will repeat them over and over and over, so that you focus on those things and you don't focus on the fact of of who he is, who the person is that's telling that to you, that he's a lying stalker and that he's a bully and a hacker. Because if you focus on that, then it would dilute his message. So he makes up all these things, and he's very good at getting people to repeat the stuff and focus on that stuff and not who he is. So that's why now, if you'll see most of the press, I'm sure by tomorrow, most of the press is going to be, oh, Piers Morgan said Harry is destroying his family. He knows how to get attention. He's a genius at it. Let's see. Wanda, did I thank you for your super sticker? Thank you, Wanda MV, for your awesome donation. Thank you for getting a super sticker. I appreciate. Thank you guys for your support. Lottie says Harry got a larger sum of money that was not published for his pain and suffering. Oh, really? I didn't say that. I gotta read that. I didn't see. I only know and saw about the 140,000. I didn't know that there was more money, so I will have to go check that. Thank you for to letting us know, so I can go check that. I didn't see that anywhere, so thank you. More stuff to go and check. I appreciate. Thank you, Lottie. Let's see. But again, even whether he got or not, I mean, again, this is for Harry, not about money. He wanted his day in court. He wanted that out there, and he wants accountability for what they did, not just for him, but for so many other people. So, and that, hopefully God, I know I saw someone posted something from the police. They said that there's no investigation ongoing about this, what the judge ruled, but it's they will, I guess, start looking into it. That's kind of what it sounded like, but who knows with the Metropolitan Police. Don't hold your breath. And that's what I say with anything with them. Don't hold your breath. So yeah. Faith says Harry and Meghan revealed their 2023 holiday card. Yes, they did. We talked about that in the beginning. Yes, they did, and I am very happy that they did not put their babies on there. So yes. TMCD says, yes, Harry was awarded an undisclosed for pain and suffering. Oh, goodness. Thank you so much, guys. Again, well, they said undisclosed, so I guess we won't know how much for pain and suffering. So that's good to know. That is good to know because, again, they definitely deserve more because of what gosh, the trauma you go through, to know people are going through your life and you're going through and hacking your phone. I can't even imagine. I cannot imagine having that happen. The trauma, and then you're suspicious about everything and everybody around you, and you can't trust anybody. That is traumatic. So yeah. So thank you guys. I didn't realize that. So I got to go back and try to get more information about Harry's what he got for pain and suffering. So yeah. Justice Fan Court's ruling reads, I have also awarded a further sum undisclosed to compensate the Duke fully for the distress he has suffered as a result of the unlawful activity. So I downloaded the specific court document. So I have not gotten a chance to fully read through the court document. So I look forward to seeing that. Thank you so much, Love Wins Movement. This is why I love our community, so we can inform each other. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. What else? Marjorie says, hopefully they will go after Piers Hogshead Morgan for criminal activity. I hope so too. I hope so too, because this has been going on for so long with Piers Morgan. There are so many instances where this guy should be in jail and he has gotten a pass, and he has been failing up. As with most of men like him, they have been failing up, and that's what's been doing with him. So hopefully, hopefully I don't know if it's something Harry would pursue specifically against Piers Morgan. I don't know, but we will see. We shall see. Love Wins Movement says the holiday card was their Archwell card. They will release their family card only 2 to 3 days before Christmas, like last year. Oh, okay. Wait, okay. If you say so. I don't know. I have no idea. So, I am perfectly fine with what they released. I don't need anything else. So, but I know, I know that many people were hoping to see Archie and Lily again. It's their kid. They know they will do as they wish. But I'm good with what they have. I was good without anything. So I was like, just live in peace. Just live in peace. Oh boy, Joan Commonwealth said the videographer has passed away. And that's the videographer that I told you about in Palestine, where they weren't allowed to get to him because the Israeli military wouldn't allow them to get to him. And so he is not, which is, he's shot. So now he has passed away. This is just, yes, please pray for Palestine. Please pray for the people of Palestine, because a couple of days ago they had incredibly heavy rain and people are living in tents and it was flooded. And it is just, there was an ambulance literally in waist deep water. Well, when the paramedics would come out, the water was waist deep and they were trying to get people out of the ambulance and they're wading through waist deep water. It is a miserable experience. So please pray for them. Please pray for them that that this stops, because I don't know. I'm at a loss. I am at a loss that it's like it's silent. The world is silent, leaders are silent, and it's like the people are dying and nobody can seem to do anything. So yeah. Lottie said I have seen their I haven't seen their Xmas card. Who is on it? I hope the dogs. No, no, Lottie, it's not the dog. It's just them. And well, actually, you know what? Let's just let's go back. I'm just gonna slip back for a second. Wait. I'm just gonna go all the way back. Sorry, I'm just gonna scroll through. And here it is. Here are their card. This is the card that they put out for their Christmas card. And actually, last year, I don't think we had that. There was no family card last year, so I don't remember there being a family card last year. So I don't expect there to be any other than this. So I mean, I'm not sure why they would put out two, but again, if they did, hey, it's theirs. All right, so that's fine. So yeah. Um, so that was their card, and I just kind of dressed it up a little bit around it with the Christmas tree and the ornaments. So yeah, so let's scroll on back to the end as we've gone through all of these before. And so thank you guys so much. We're gonna end it here. Moderators, thank you for your awesome job as usual. Lydia Church, Nelly, Karen M, Cookies and Cream and Black Queen, you are awesome. Thank you. And to all of you who support us on a monthly basis, I appreciate you, our 2 cents crew, for your support. Thank you. Let's move that so we can see everyone. And I think I've got to add some more people onto this list. So thank you guys so much. And to all of you who support in the chat, I appreciate you. Thank you for your super stickers and super chats and donations. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a fantastic day, guys. I hope that your day is going to be, again, celebrating with our faves as they are. I mean, hello. It is awesome to see Harry just out there being a prince, slaying dragons, and we are going to be right here supporting them. So have a great day, everybody. I love you all. Talk to you later. Bye.